Well, there are some weekends that are for my projects, and there's some weekends that are for the house and kind of more practical things, and that's what this weekend was. Hello, it's Jay. It is a dark episode for June the 20th. 20th. God damn it! I think it's the 20th. Yes, June the 20th, 2022, Monday, my final day of my Sunday Monday weekend. And it was a day where we got lots done. I I we went to Castle and we got trim, what do you call it? Fascia, quarter. I think there's quarter round, half round, and this is just square, rectangular, long strips of wood that we put up underneath the deck to kind of block a kind of a gap in the wood. There's a definite gap there, and we kind of tacked that in. I fixed a hole there. We got a flagstone, and I raised up the flagstones that were already underneath the gate. Raised it up so there's only like an inch there, because before there was enough of a gap that Theo could kind of stick his head underneath, and we're worried that if it was too much of a gap, the dogs would start looking at it as a place where, like, oh, maybe we could get out from underneath here. So I did that in the hot sun. Inside, we made muffins in the morning, yummy ham and feta muffins that we put cheese on. We put ham on it just on the thing, and with a little bit of butter. It was like, oh, these are quite delicious. So we really enjoyed those, and we got to make them together, which is great. I made katsu curry, which is something that's for the guys at the house, specifically one particular guy at the house who's Japanese of origin, and speaks Japanese and stuff like that. So he made a request for that, and I was like, okay, I will make that. And it was probably a good thing to make here, because it's not like it was intensively complicated. It was just like the various steps. Just this took a half an hour. This took a half an hour. Various steps like that. I needed to buy particular kind of S&P curry pucks. I got the mild because I have to feed this to the guys at the house, and usually with that guys at the house, they're very meat and potatoes kind of people, and they're also, at least enough of them are very much not intense spices, and I seem to have gone well there. I know what their tastes are, so I try and aim for their tastes, because I am cooking for them. So yeah, so there was all that. I did get to read out the Scarlet Letter for another good section of that. Really enjoying that text. Haven't done any other reading. Probably going to go and get in the bath, and I'll read Martha Wells's Star Trek novel, which actually, so far, hey, it's good. It seems to be taking place in amongst the original series, between, I think, between yeah, in the original series. And by the original series, I don't mean the prequel. I mean like the 1977 and the 80s ones. Somewhere in, I think, the second and third of those, The Empire Strikes Back and The Return of the Jedi. Hey, except Han Solo isn't in carbonite. I guess Han Solo was, yeah. So I don't know where. Maybe between 3 and 4. I don't know. Han Solo is wandering around, so it's fun. It's fun. It's just, it seems to be, it's being well done by people who are, smart and good at doing action. So I'm happy. I'm happy reading that in the bath at the moment. That's just want something light. I really need to get back to Black Leopard Red Wolf. I have that in paper form, and, well, I can't read it in the bath. Thus, it's good to have the very light stuff to read in the bath. But I need to kind of eke out some time. I did talk about in my last dark video, it's like, oh, I need to do a half an hour in the morning. just to kind of give myself a little bit of a boost for stuff for getting stuff done. And that didn't happen this morning. Life gets in the way. But see if I can get to bed early enough tonight, and I'll try and do that tomorrow, maybe before I even take the dogs for a walk. That would be an interesting thing to do. That could be possible. Get a poem written or something. Do a couple of things there and have a little bit extra time before going to work. That would be a thought. That would be a good thought. Might be boost my productivity a bit, since I didn't get any of my personal projects done on the weekend, other than just kind of the bare minimum. Didn't do any writing either, but then again, the writing, I sort of need to know where I am. Theo just came whipping out from the side of the house and is being a little maniac at the moment. All right. Well, he is a happy little dog. He got to sit on me and be squooshed up beside me as I folded the laundry this evening, as we watched Star Trek Prodigy, which is Star Trek in the Nickelodeon world, a computer animated, looking very much like kind of the Clone Wars, and really giving me kind of Star Wars feels in some of the kind of the characterization and stuff like that, the character design in that. So it's fine. It's definitely like, let's market this towards kids. Star Trek. That's why I guess it would be a Nickelodeon show. Um, we live in a world that definitely has an abundance of Star Trek at the moment. And, up until a little while ago, I would have been kind of down on that, because the flagship of the show would have been Star Trek Discovery. And I did not like that. But now it's like, Prodigy is fine. It's a kind of a fun kids show. Captain Janeway is the hologram that's going to assist these kids. So it's Star Trek adjacent, I would say. Star Trek Lower Deck is just a fun comedy show with a lot of references, which I'm fine with. But it's fun. It's fun, and it's manic, and it's kind of got that kind of energy to it. And then, yes, obviously, I am a complete Star Trek Strange New Worlds stan. Love, love, love that show. Gushed about the last episode that I've seen, which was episode 7, the pirate episode with Captain Angel, who is just tremendous. I really enjoyed her. So I watched one guy say, "Oh, the worst actor on Star Trek." It's like, no, but definitely going for kind of a campy effect on one side, and then whips but at the beginning being kind of very kind of subtle, and just being really engaging that way. I just really, really enjoyed her performance in that. So yeah, a wealth of Star Trek, which is apparently, I'm very happy about that I'm gushing about it even more just here. All right, I'm gonna retrieve the little gups, go upstairs, take a deep breath, because we got a lot done this weekend. It was stuff that needed to get done, and I should feel a good sense of accomplishment about that, and not be too down that I didn't do other stuff. Sometimes it's good to do your surrounding stuff versus the kind of inner stuff that you also like to do. It's important to get to that stuff too. I should really, really take a look at videos that I have on my channel that I could just publish on my public channel. That would be a really good thing. I really want to get that tag video done. That's I think is the other thing, like, of things that need a little bit of tweaking, maybe a little text in there. That would be really good to do, and that would make me happy. So yeah, that gives me some goals for the week coming up. All right, I will leave it there. I've been Jay. More videos later.